I'm Shannon Thresher, and this is 30-Second Tactics. Today we're going to talk some more about suppressors. If you're familiar with the channel, you know last year I made a video touching on suppressors, what they are, how they work, how they're built. Today we're going to do a little more, a variety of calibers and suppressors, and give you an idea just how much suppression you can put on certain calibers. There are certain calibers like 338 Lapua that's just known as a huge massive round, you know, basically one step down from a 50 caliber, yet they can be suppressed pretty well. We got a 300 blackout here we're going to shoot with standard or hyper velocity, whatever you want to call it, supersonic versus subsonic, just back to back, and you can see how much a difference the speed of the bullet makes. But anyway, you guys don't watch these to listen to me talk. Let's watch me shoot. So we'll start right here just because it's on the end of the table with a 300 blackout. And like I said, the first round is going to be standard velocity, supersonic, whatever you want to say. And you can hear that, and then I'll give it like a second pause for the microphone to recover, and then I'll fire the subsonic, and you'll see how much more quiet it is. Now, again, I'm not sure how well that translates on the microphone, but take my word for it. The guys here can tell the difference. We are shooting inside a metal building because it's very cold and we're very sissy. So you get a little echo. They'd be even quieter if you're out, you know, in the middle of a field. So just working our way down the table. This is a 458 SOCOM, which if you're not familiar, shoots in a standard AR, but is a big, fat, scary bullet. I'm a big fan of these. Not a big fan of paying for the ammo, but and scopes work better with the caps off. So this is a big, heavy 45 caliber bullet. And again, just working our way down the table. For many years, you couldn't get a decent suppressor for a shotgun. Back that up into camera. And ever since this bad boy came out, probably close to 10 years ago now, they're very cool, very fun. I'm going to scoot back a little bit just so that thing can get in camera. But before we started this video, someone asked, why would you need a suppressor on a shotgun? And the answer was, for fun. And I can't argue with that. It is fun. So, 338 Lapua, which is, like I said, is a massive round. It's using a lot of sniper stuff. It's generally, you know, if guys ain't shooting a 50 BMG for long distance, you know, heavy hitting stuff, they're going to be rocking that 338 Lapua. Now, again, this is a round that normally super loud, super powerful round, and with a good can on it, you get this. So, as I talked about in my previous video, you can quiet the gun and the gases down as it leaves, but you're still going to have that supersonic pop or crack with some rounds. So subsonic rounds solve a lot of that problem. Well, one of the most common guns we're all carrying around nowadays, the AR-15 platform, if you load them down low enough to be subsonic, you've probably loaded them too low to cycle the gun properly. But when you have a bolt-action gun in 223 with a suppressor on it, then you can get a very quiet gun, as you see there. Now, to compare that to a Bolt 308, and these are different guns and different suppressors, so it's not 100% comparison, but it's a general good idea. Now, most of these cans we've been dealing with, you know, they're screw on, screw off. The can, the suppressor is a separate part from the gun. And then you have, sometimes, where they'll build what's called an integral suppressor. Basically, this entire barrel and suppressor is all built as one piece, and there's advantages and disadvantages for that. This is a 308 with a integral suppressor, also running subsonic ammo. So this is about as close as you're going to get to what Hollywood wants you to think a suppressor sounds like. They, that little pew, without, you know, and still being real. Now again, I'm not sure how much of that translates through to the actual microphone on the camera, but that is an awful quiet gun considering the fact that it's shooting a 308. So one more I want to show you. An actual pistol caliber. This is also integrally suppressed, but this is in 44 Magnum. And again, when you're dealing with a round that's not supersonic, you're going to get a very quiet little pop. And if you're familiar with 44 Magnum, you know it's normally a big, huge kaboom. So that gun's definitely doing its job. All right, so moving along in the suppressor world, here's a SIG 45. Get you a little pistol action here. Now again with the 45, that caliber, that bullet is naturally subsonic. So it's going to be one that likes to be suppressed, if you will, for lack of a better term. And here's again a different suppressor and a different gun, the HK, but same caliber in the 45. And so back to a SIG like the first one I shot there, but in 9mm. A little smaller, a little faster round, a little harder to suppress. And then of course probably one of the most suppressed calibers out there, .22 long rifle. And this is in a Ruger, and again this is the integrally suppressed, where it doesn't have a screw-on suppressor. It's just basically the barrel and the suppressor are all one part. And obviously super quiet 22s. And I threw this one in the mix just because it's so silly. This is the Beretta Little 22. I love this gun. I've had a couple of these over the years. This is a flat dark earth one with a threaded barrel. It's a little fancier than the ones I've had. But I just thought it was cute because if you put a little 22 suppressor on it, the suppressor is significantly longer than the gun itself. But let's hear it go pew. And the tip-up barrel is cool too. So sticking with the 22 theme, here we have the Ruger, the 1022, which again, a very, very popular gun, a dozen variations or more. And this one's kind of tacked out, but again, 22, easy, common caliber to suppress. If you have a pest problem and your local laws agree with it, there's your solution right there. Another little 22 in the integrally suppressed category, going to be super quiet. I mean, come on. Did you even hear that? My hands are getting a little numb in the cold there, guys. Sorry. So, stepping way up from 22 to the beautiful, massive God's caliber that's known as 308. And all these on the table right now, besides the 45, like I said, which is naturally subsonic, none of these are subsonic rounds. They're not specialty rounds. They're just your standard supersonic stuff. So these guns could be even quieter if we tried, but still pretty cool. All right, so this is 223. Like I said, this is one that's normally kind of hard to suppress because if you load it subsonic, your gun will stop functioning. But with standard ammo, it'll run through a suppressor just great. So, sounds great, works great. And you can't tell in the video, but it smells great too. Well guys, just a second look at suppressors, different ones on different guns, how they work, how they react, how some of them, the right gun ammo suppressor match can really make them quiet. Most rifle suppressors are still not hearing safe. You see I'm wearing my earmuffs. But they're cool. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making it for you guys. That's all I have for you. As always, work, train, repeat. Stay safe.